I am speechless. Walter Mazzarri is Napoli's new manager. Today I'm here to give my opinion and my reaction to this because this is crazy. I mean, this is actually crazy. Mazzarri has risen from his own tombstone and become Napoli's manager. Rudi Garcia sacked after that Empoli defeat this weekend. It's an absolute mess at Napoli at time of speaking, and the fact that they won the league title not even 6 months ago is crazy to think. But look, ladies and gentlemen, if you want me to start speaking about more Italian football topics and content, obviously as well as Roma daily, but more of this reaction, opinion, all I need you to do, if you want that, it's to smash the like button in this video. The more likes we get, the more I realize that you want this content. Also, thanks again for 10,000 subscribers. It's literally a dream. Keep them going. Share the link of this channel with your families and friends. And if you're a Napoli fan watching this is to you. I feel for you. I feel for you because to go from Spalletti and winning a league title to Mazzarri is scary, and I'm with you, every Napoli fan, because it's not an easy moment for this team. Napoli is living a mess. Their owner is the base of their problems, and this is exactly where I want to start. You know, Garcia might not have been the best of managers, played in the best of ways, but ultimately, the decision to appoint him was coming from De Laurentiis. Now, when Napoli won a league title with Spalletti after 33 years, and the last time that they won it was with Maradona, nobody was expecting Napoli to repeat themselves, and we are seeing the consequences of this. With such a team, in such an atmosphere, such history like Napoli, it's impossible for Napoli to repeat one of the best seasons in their entire history. And that's the reason why Spalletti left, in my opinion. He left because he knew that he just got all of that lemon juice out of that lemon and that he wanted a new experience. You know, Spalletti defined that as a sabbatical year. Okay, might have been a sabbatical year, but look, he's now back managing the Italian national team. So it was a way to say, there's nothing I can do more with this team. I'm let me free. And he did that perfectly well because he knew that otherwise Napoli would not have been the same. But the mistake is from De Laurentiis, who has always, once again, confirmed how terrible he is at being an owner. De Laurentiis is not good enough. He's got his own visions of football which don't match with the realistic side of it. You can't go from Spalletti to Rudi Garcia. And we were saying this summer, you can't go from one of the best managers, Italian managers, to somebody who got sacked in the Saudi league. That's not how it works. And yet, Garcia has zero Serie A experience. Yes, he managed Roma and he did quite well with Roma, but that was 10 years ago. You know, the entire Serie A football Italian system has evolved, and Garcia was stuck with 10 years ago in his Roma experience, and it was a mistake. It was a mistake to appoint him. Obviously, there were many moments up to now after a Fiorentina defeat where De Laurentiis actually wanted to sack him, but he didn't want to sack him because he knew that it was going to be very hard to find somebody who would accept the Napoli project in the meantime of the season. And then they lost against Empoli. Things weren't working out. Garcia fell off with the entire team. You remember with Osimhen after that Bologna game, Osimhen missed the penalty and Garcia put him off. Kvaratskhelia didn't even start on Sunday against Empoli. Garcia had really fell out with the team, and at halftime during that Empoli game, apparently there's this video which got leaked of De Laurentiis getting in the changing room and actually wanting to beat Garcia up, kind of criticizing him. No wonder that after that game, the day after, Garcia got a private jet. Sorry, not a private jet, a private plane flight to Nice, where his family is, because he knew that he was going to get the sack and it was going to be imminent. There were talks of Tudor, but I could have understood Tudor as an interim, but Tudor didn't want to be an interim, and the reason why Tudor and De Laurentiis didn't find an agreement was because Tudor thought that he could be a long-term project rather than just a 6-month project to end the season and then get somebody like Antonio Conte to get that enthusiasm back high. So Tudor said no. Mazzarri said yes. He is free to manage the team for 6 months, and then obviously they're gonna break up no matter what the consequences, or even if they get Champions League football, they're not gonna stay with Mazzarri. But it just doesn't make sense. You know, Mazzarri, the last time he managed in the Serie A, first of all, was minimum 5 years ago. Second of all, he managed Cagliari the last time in this league, and there's a big step from managing Cagliari to managing Napoli. The last time Mazzarri managed Napoli, it was 10 years ago. Napoli still had Amsic, Lavezzi, Cavani. Yeah, I don't know how Mazzarri is going to get things going. I cannot even imagine the time that he's going to require to get his project back going. But this once again emphasizes the trouble of sacking a manager mid-season. Nobody will accept your projects. Nobody will accept the current state you're in, and therefore sacking managers mid-season is terrible. It is terrible. And as a Roma fan perspective, I can say that we gotta keep Mourinho to the end of the season. We can't sack him now because look at this: the names, the potential replacements, or minor compared to these names. So the problem came from De Laurentiis. But again, my question to Napoli fans, if you're watching this, or now that Garcia is proven to be a failure, now that Mazzarri has been appointed, and I've seen a lot of disappointment coming from Napoli fans, is top four a real objective for this team? Because I can't see how Napoli with Mazzarri is going to get top four. I'm sorry, but I just can't see it happen. And obviously, speaking from a Roma fan perspective, this is great because we have a team who, in my opinion, are not going to get top four. And it's disastrous because a team who wins a league title needs to confirm himself and try to win the league title again. So from going to winning the league to not even qualifying for top four, I can't even imagine how Napoli fans would digest that. But I think there's this decision making which has been terrible. The decision of Garcia made no sense. This decision of Mazzarri makes no sense to me. Um, you know, he's stuck. The last time he managed Napoli, it was 10 years ago. Things have changed. Football has changed. It's not going to be the same. He's been sacked by Cagliari, Torino in these recent years. Napoli have got the players to get top four. To be honest, I wouldn't say Napoli have got the team to compete for the title again, because as much as, yes, their team is 90% the same apart from Kim Min-jae, the reason why Napoli won that league title was because Osimhen and Kvara were literally, forgiven by I don't know, God or something. And another reason was Spalletti. He was the reason, the style that Napoli played, the tactics which he implanted in that team. The reason why Napoli won that was because of their manager. Their team is a mediocre team. You look at Lobotka, good player, but he's not a world-class player. You look at Anguissa, good player, and he was fundamental last season, but overall, he's not a world-class player. You look at their defence, Ostigard and Rachmani, it's not a good defence. Their goalkeeper is a massive liability. Napoli doesn't have the team to compete for the title again, but they have the team to get top four. But I don't see how Napoli will get top four. And, again, if sacking Garcia meant appointing Mazzarri, then if I'm a Napoli fan, I'd really ask myself, did we really have to sack Garcia if we got Mazzarri as a replacement? Changing manager, the process, the turmoil that it brings, the confusion, it's never good to change managers, yet alone going from Garcia to Mazzarri, there is no change. There is no increase in enthusiasm for the fan base. Napoli are living a very complicated moment. It's a moment which I would never want to live, and it poses a lot of questions because from going from dominating the league and being champions of Italy last year to having a lot of difficulties in scoring, winning games in general. Napoli have got Real Madrid in 2-3 weeks' time. it's complicated. But obviously, as Roma fans, Lazio fans, Atalanta fans, this is great because hopefully we can put the pressure in. But yeah, that's what I think. I think it makes no sense to me. I'm very curious to see what Napoli fans have to say about this. So if there are any Napoli fans watching this, this is a Roma fan channel, but I want to bring more of these Serie topics into this channel. So you're very welcome. Subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Even if you're not Napoli fans, let me know your thoughts in general. Is this a good move? Is this a waste of time, a waste of money? Because Garcia still needs to be paid now that he's sacked. Whose fault is it? Is it De Laurentiis? Is it Garcia? Yeah, I hope I broke it up well. My opinion is this. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. As I said before, smash a like, subscribe, and talk to you very, very soon. Simo.